Welcome back to Rising Strings Academy. In the previous video, I talked about harmony and we worked on autumn leaves. We learned the chord progression and we practiced roots, thirds, fifths and sevenths. And if you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend starting there first. Today we're going to take next step. Knowing the chord tones is only the beginning. The real question is, how do we turn this into knowledge and into music? So how do we move from exercise to improvisation? In the last video, we practiced chord tones, but very often students do something like this. So if we have I minor, so we start everything from the root and it sounds like an exercise. So let's make it just a little bit easier for the first time. Instead of having so many choices, let's concentrate on starting on the third, and then you can stay on the third from the complete bar, or you can just play third, fifth or third, first. So you don't need to play 4 notes per bar. And where there are 2 chords in the same bar, you just play 1 or 2 notes. So the top is to play 4 if you can. And in some of the chords it's a sixth, so it's a E minor sixth. I will play the sixth, but if you find it difficult, you can play just the seventh there. And I also made the tempo a little bit slower, so instead of 100%, I just put it on 85%. 1, 2, 3, 4. This chorus many times so that you can feel that you know which the third is of every chord, and then you can try to mix it. So try to maybe next time start only on the fifth or only on the seventh, like we did in the previous video, and then mix it and see what will happen. And the next level is to make the movement smoother. So instead of jumping around the fingerboard from string to string, let's find the closest note in the next chord. This is where voice leading begins. For example, if we have C and we are going to the next bar, we will naturally go to B and not jump to another string. After we practice a lot, the chords will be almost like a melody in your head, so you can find the closest connection between them and the smoothest connection, and that will make the improvisation much more interesting. So let's play the voice leading with only one note. So just choose one note from the chord and play that one, and then during the time you're playing, think about the next one, which is the closest one in the next chord, so that you can connect them and create a melody. So let's try from the beginning and have some fun. I'm going to play mostly on the D and G string, and if you do that, you'll notice that you stay there because you don't want to jump. But we can also try one octave up, and then you'll be more on the D and E and even E string. But just for the sake of simplicity, let's start on G string now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's continue with one note now and add a little bit of swing. So we'll play if you have seen my previous video, I talked about playing with swing, and that we have to lose very little bow when we do this rhythm. So that will make it swing, and also it's a little bit easier instead of playing with a whole bow. That doesn't sound so swingy. So try to just use a little bit above the upper part of the bow, and so this movement, very small, very small. So let's try the same exercise, but now we do it with a swing rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try to play with the ghost note. If you want to see how to ghost on violin, I have a video about this, so search for it, it's in my videos. So we will play like this. So we use the détaché bow, continuous détaché, but we don't play on every note, so we can try to play a specific rhythm first, and then you can do the variation. So let's say that we will play da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba 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 ba. Let's try this one on A. So and so on. So we play only this rhythm, and let's try to play only the root right now, so you can get into this rhythm first. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do variation of the rhythm, so you don't only need to play this rhythm. Try to find your own rhythm and see if you can improvise just the rhythm. I think it's very important when you play different rhythms not to play so many notes, but try to play more ghost notes. So if we do from the beginning, I will just demonstrate what I mean, and I'll still play the root, so you will understand a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after you improvise on your rhythm, try to play 2 or 3 notes from the chord. So just limit yourself on notes from the chords and nothing else. We're doing our own rhythm and we are going to play different notes. exercise would be to add approach notes. Now we can start adding color. So let me say I want to arrive on B, but instead of just playing B, I can do approach notes from above or from below, or even surround it, so it will be, and suddenly everything becomes so much more expressive. But notice something important: the target note is still a chord tone, so we're only playing the chord tones and the harmony is still guiding us. So the approach notes are like a decoration, the chord tones are the foundation. So let's say that we are going to play the approach note on the third of every chord. So the first one is A minor 7. So we want to approach the C. So, and then next one we want to approach F sharp. And we just do from under so far, not from above, because we can also approach it, but we want, and we can also do, that's the different combinations, but we're going to play the third of every chord and we are going to do the approach note from under the third. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that will be enough for one time. We can start from different chord notes, we can connect them smoothly, and we can swing, play ghost notes, and we can add approach notes. And in the next video we can continue to learn more about real improvisation, building a solo. We can make a short solo for the autumn leaves. And notice that I'm not thinking about hundreds of notes. I'm still hearing the harmony underneath everything. So the harmony is always there and it's very helpful to know it, and just practice and practice it until you feel that you really remember all of the chord notes, and it's nothing mysterious with that. I thought as a classical musician that improvisation was very mysterious, but in reality it can be built step by step. Just know the chords and learn the chord notes. Improvisation is not random, it's a harmony in motion. In the next video, we'll take this one step further and start using the melody itself as a source for improvisation. Because once you understand the harmony, the melody becomes just a playground for creating your own ideas. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and press the like button. And I will see you in my next one.